everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome to episode 114 of In Focus Friday. This week's episode is very kindly sponsored by Man Flu, as you can probably tell from my stuffed up and croaky voice. So I do apologise in advance if I lose my voice or I sneeze, cough, splutter, wheeze, insert any of the other Seven Dwarfs names here. It's not a very pleasant time in the Backyard Bullion household. Mrs. Backyard Bullion has also got girl flu, so we're both feeling a little bit sorry for ourselves. But I didn't want to not film episode 114, as we've been going for 113 consecutive weeks so far, and I'm not going to let a little bit of man flu get in the way of that streak. So on with the show. Last week we had a look at 6 coins in a rapid fire In Focus Friday special from the Power Coin offices in Rome. Mrs. Backyard Bullion was also featured, and we took 6 incredible coins up close to the camera. They were incredible. If you have not checked them out, it's well worth a look. The link is down in the description below. Now today's round that we're going to be looking at, I might well call it a coin, I'm sorry, but today's round is a Scottsdale round, which was voted on 2 weeks ago. Thank you for voting if you did. There will be a new vote at the end of this episode, so make sure you stick around and cast your vote on what you want to see next time. We've got some cracking items for you to choose from. Now, as I was doing a bit of research for today's episode of In Focus Friday, I realised, whilst this is a very nice and pretty round, there's not a great deal to talk about it, other than some of the aspects of it, and the fact that it was a gift from a Silver Forum member as a thank you, so it's kind of a community piece. So I thought I'd give you all a bit of a Brucey bonus, which is another community gift that somebody has sent me, another Silver Forum member has sent me, this absolutely amazing silver trade dollar from Provident Metals, and along with that we also have some copper versions of it too. So we've got quite a lot to get through today, and hopefully it should be good fun. So let's start with the Scottsdale Mint round. Now this came as a gift from a Silver Forum member. Now it came with a pink note that was, I think, signed with ADY, and I've sent a message to the Silver Forum member with that name, who was involved in the group order, so I'm assuming that it's you, but he has not replied to acknowledge my thank you. So I am assuming that it's from him, but I could be wrong. So nuts and bolts of it is this came as a thank you for the group order, which I arranged for that Silver Forum member, and we sent off all of his coins, and he was very happy, and he sent me a coin in return, which is lovely. I mean, that's one of the reasons that we continue to do what we do here on my YouTube channel with the group order, with the forum, is the community, and the community spirit just shines through on the forum. And actually, here's a very good reminder, because it's coming up this weekend. The Poppy Appeal raffle is closing tomorrow, and we've currently raised, at the time of filming, something like £870, and there's some incredible prizes in the draw as well. So head on over to the Silver Forum. I'll put a link to that thread down below, and try and get involved. It's a very good cause, and the community is proving to be, as always, an incredible one for that cause. Anyway, look, we digress. Let's talk about the Scottsdale round. So this is obviously made by Scottsdale Mint. We all know, hopefully, Scottsdale Mint. If you don't know Scottsdale Mint, well worth having a look at them, because they do some incredible pieces of cast silver as well as coins. They're also producers of some of the biggest and best designs that we've seen out there, like the Congo Gorillas. There's like the Fiji Great Wave, huge numbers of other ones. The Caribbean 8 coin series that's coming out recently that I featured here as well. So they are a very good mint. They've done some incredible coins and rounds, and I love them. I think they're really, really good. They're a very desirable brand, and that's always a good thing. This particular round, as you can see here, let's focus on the side where it actually shows what it's all about, is the In Omnia Paratus. Now, pronouncing Latin at the best of times is not easy, but try doing it with man flu. But that phrase means prepared for all things. This is a kind of an homage, so to speak, to the Spanish kind of Cobb era cross style coins, which actually have their roots around the kind of pirate doubloons and pieces of 8. Whilst this isn't a kind of historical replica or anything of that, it pays homage to that kind of theme with this kind of Cobb era cross. Not a great deal more to say about these, as I said, because they are just Scottsdale generic rounds. Very cheap premiums to spot. Certainly when they came out anyway, they came sealed in plastic wallets, and this one was in fact sealed in a plastic wallet when I got it, but I wanted to take it out. It is just a piece of bullion that, you know, it's not going to appreciate particularly well. That said, it is a very attractive coin. The proof style finish that they've got on here is really, really good. I love, as always with Scottsdale, the finish is great. The frosted finish on the lion really makes that stand out, which is very interesting indeed. And the cross on the other side is very reflective. I'm going to go here and show you my camera You can see the camera setup. If I go a little bit towards the other side, you'll see my ugly mug, and we don't want that. Very much got a face for radio or faceless vlogs here on YouTube. So there we go. That is the Scottsdale round. I think it's a very cool, attractive round. Certainly in terms of its low, cost to spot, it's a real good pickup, and it's something which won't necessarily appreciate. It's got a smooth rim as well. I didn't tell you that. It's very nice to see coins with smooth rims for a change. It's not going to appreciate massively, but at the same time, it's very, very attractive and cool indeed. So massive thank you to AD on the Silver Forum. I think that was who gave it to me. I could be wrong, and if I am, I do apologise. But thank you very much for that. Now the next coin, or round I should say, it's another round. I'm going to say coin, I know, just bear with me please, I have man flu, and that's my excuse this week. Is the trade dollar, which is very much an homage to the original trade dollars. Now we all know a little bit of history about trade dollars. I will just do a very brief recap. Basically, British Empire, 1800s, needed some kind of international standard silver bullion style coin, which they then created the trade dollar for the Far East, and that's where we now get coins and rounds like this, which pay homage to that Far Eastern kind of look and feel. On the back here, there's actually two separate languages, which are in Chinese and Jawai Malay, which are the two obviously big kind of trade partners at the time, which again pay homage to it. We see here the nice oriental border going around it, and it very much is looking and feeling like an oriental border Britannia. This one is by Provident Metals, which are a very, very good manufacturer of silver bullion rounds. This one, again, is not a particularly expensive value to spot coin, or coin round. It is just a generic kind of round. They are very, very pretty though. If you look at the amount of detail, let's see how close we can get with the camera here. But the amount of detail that they've managed to achieve on this is quite stark. It's really, really pretty. Britannia has been done in all of their glory. And it's of course 1 ounce of fine silver. Now this round was given to me by LR103 over on the Silver Forum. Now LR103 has been helping me recently import some of these copper versions of these rounds, which are really, really pretty, by the way. And if you didn't have the funds or ability to pick up some of the silver versions, and the copper versions most certainly are an attractive alternative at a very, very cheap price relative to the silver. They are freaking awesome, let me tell you. They look great. The luster on them is like nothing I've ever seen on a copper round before. And they are almost like a kind of rose gold. It really does have that really nice look and sheen and finish to it, which is very cool indeed. And over here in the UK, you can't order directly from Provident Metals and have it delivered. So that's LR103 was helping me get these over to the UK. So I just want to point out the irony. Now, basically, LR103 gave me this round because I've helped him out a couple of times in the past, but we were kind of all square on that front in terms of me posting off a few items that he'd bought here in the UK. And, you know, he then sent me basically another, if we can get this in focus, he sent me this as a thank you along with the copper rounds that he sent, which I find ironic because whilst we were all square on that front, he then sent me another coin when he was helping me. So pointing out the irony, but nevertheless a massive thank you. And again, huge community spirit and bump there, so thank you very much. And incidentally, I talked about it earlier, the Poppy Appeal raffle. LR103 has donated some fantastic prizes to that raffle in the form of a 250-gram silver bar and some peace dollars. So, as I said, head on over to the forum and get involved with that Poppy raffle. So those are some incredible pieces for sure. I'm very, very happy with them. They'll be going in that kind of community box so that I can just sit there and remember them when I'm old and wizened, and I can look back at my YouTube days and say a massive thank you to the people who donated very kindly to me. It really does mean the world, so thank you very much indeed. So there we go. Those are the kind of community coins and rounds, well, all rounds I suppose, that I wanted to talk about today. The votes that we are going to be looking at for next time. So a couple of weeks ago we had the Spider-Man and the Thor coins. So we're going to actually tag those up together because those series are an interesting one to talk about, and I don't want to do it kind of 2 weeks consecutively, if you know what I mean. So if one week Spider-Man wins, next week Thor wins, I'll be repeating myself quite a lot. So if you want to know about those and you want to see both of those and talk about the Marvel series, then vote for those. The next one is a kind of community trade which I've done recently, and that is in the form of these silver bean counter coffee bean rounds by MK Bars. There's two types there, a sunk in and a sunk out, MK bars, custom made pieces, really, really quality stuff. So if you'd like to see those, talk about that and Silver Bean Counter, then let me know. Now, as well, Silver Bean Counter did a step further, and he sent some absolutely awesome silver coins as a kind of Brucey bonus. Stuff which I've never featured or had in my stack before. So we have a 1964 Mexican pesos, and then a very, very cool, and I think this is the Olympic 1960... I'm just going to put it on the table. I think it's a 1963... No, sorry, 1968 Olympic commemorative 25 pesos silver coin. So this is very cool. Is it 25 pesos? It says 25 pesos. So anyway, that's what we've got. We've got these two silver Mexican coins. We'll learn more about them. I haven't done any research on them, as you can tell. But if you'd like to see them and like to hear a little bit more about them, then do vote for those. Thank you so much for watching and putting up with my wheezy voice. I'm very lucky that I didn't cough throughout this. The amount of takes which I did to get through this episode, you won't believe. Some of the outtakes of me coughing and spluttering were quite hilarious, but I'm not going to share those with you, not now anyway. Thank you to everybody who has watched. If you liked this video, if you enjoyed this video, please put a thumbs up on it and share it on your social media. That would be very helpful indeed. And if you would like to see more episodes of In Focus Friday in the future, hit that subscribe button and hit the alarm bell if you'd like to get a notification when videos like this go live. Otherwise, that is all I have to say. It's pretty much all I can say because I'm about to lose my voice, I think. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend ahead. Make sure you check out that Poppy raffle. And make sure as well to like, share, comment and subscribe for more.